And we're back. Hi. We got to go find Atosa because she's talking to whoever is controlling everybody's memories in this. It's not an event. This is part of the story. But yeah, we're picking up from last time. So, Atosa, are you okay? Who the heck is that?
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose.
But she's scaring them.
Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
She likes him.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
What's that supposed to mean?
Are those your friends over there?
Did you forget about us, Atosa? Finally found him. But why does he look kind of familiar? Isn't his father the one that, is he the kid that turned to Hilly Troll and then the father was trying to, like, save him?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that, Paimon.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Not really, because you weren't really talking to him this time either. I don't think. What's with the sad expression on your face? Aren't you manipulating people?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... factoring the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else. I need to think of the one person that can connect all this together. Clothar... Alberich... The Visionary... Wait.
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
I don't think that's who it is.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality.
And what was the last one?
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Let's try the brother.
No.
Okay.
That doesn't seem...
I didn't think it was.
No. That...
I don't know who Caribert and Clothar are.
You're... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise.
Is it really though?
I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
How long ago was that?
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
He's dragging us somewhere else. And what is all this supposed to say? It's a long load on a screen of writing that I don't know what it says. Ooh, that one looks like a heart. The one that's like 5 in on the top. Where we at? I don't see Paimon. Where's Paimon? The proof of existence. Where's the existence of Paimon? Oh, great. We can walk on water again. And we cannot sprint. Caribert. Hold on. Am I right about him being the son of the guy? He was turned into a hilly churl. Genshin impacts Caribert. I'll go ahead and go forward on this as it slows, because my internet's going a little slow today. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now, the time has finally arrived.
This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information about Caribert as I can. Yeah, he's the kid that was a hilly churl. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction.
And yeah, looking it up, there's a thing right here. It says, you find a strange hut. You meet a man. When he decides to go inside, the traveler insists on following, where they find him with a hilly churl with a bandage cover, to which he says that this is his son. Yeah, the traveler asks about the hilly churl. The man introduces him as Caribert, his illegitimate son that he had with a woman from Mondstadt while he was unsatisfied with his life as a noble. So, yeah. This is that hilly churl from... How many episodes ago was that? I gotta look that up now.
I died the moment I set everything in motion.
And how are you here?
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories.
All right, I found the episode. I called it The Father and Son and the Horrible Result of Their Curses. Genshin Impact episode 111. That was 57 episodes ago. That's why I was uncertain about who this was. All right, now that I know, let's continue.
But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I
Semi-completed.
suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Bane's mind were implanted by Caribert through the half-finished loom of fate. So is he on our side or against us? Kind of seems like he's against us. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimera Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimera Village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories.
Especially because you're breaking a girl's heart.
I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
Yeah, we had to abandon Dane, and now he has to fight my sister alone.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
Well, you did
As
once
if-
exist in this world.
I had a chance at life.
That you did not have. I'll admit that. So that's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? No. Unless you're a gigalomaniac. I think I said it last time. And that if you want to know what I'm saying, you have to know what I'm talking about with Chaos Head.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
He read our character's mind. How did he do it?
But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life.
Understandable.
What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me.
You're not really living your own life.
Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
I think you would have been happy.
Curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
It is
I know
manipulative.
sounds stupid.
No, I understand.
After all, my life ended a long time ago.
A very long time ago.
Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old.
Which is messed up.
My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Conria back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
Technically, we could ask Nahida. Actually, there is a way. The Wanderer. He's an example of how it could work. As I understand it. Even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What? Loom of Fate is already completed? That means the Eye of the First Field Tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
So you are against us?
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But Dane never handed me the eye.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye the whole time, till the Abyss Order took it away. Not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but
You're doing a bad job.
I truly have no idea what the princess is planning.
Then why'd you help her?
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
So why did you
In any
help them?
case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Mm-hmm. Now that I'm refreshed on what
After
that
he
was.
used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
I could believe
To
that.
comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
Which
In
was...
that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the Hilly Trolls to calm down back then was Calibert's story. Caliber. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal. And all he wanted to do with it was to offer the Hilly Trolls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed. I'm just going to go with the perhaps.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Is it though?
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Are you ever gonna freaking explain anything to your brother?
How about a conversation?
Oh, is this gonna be that conversation?
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you gonna do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the Heavenly Principles awaken.
The Heavenly Principles are still asleep?
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Yeah.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that.
I did say
Just
that.
look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
Dots. She also said
Ether.
dots.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together,
Yeah.
you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean...
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
Are you trying?
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Well, that's trash.
Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Yeah, it was trash. Should have mentioned that sooner.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
Never changes, does he? Having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Callie Bear and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Wait, does he actually remember? I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Callie Bear all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that? I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired? I feel like something happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
I guess you could say that.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
That's how Callie Bear said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Kari Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is.
He's dead.
And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Except for he's dead.
Seems like everyone thinks Kari Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Callie Bear is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
She's probably heartbroken. All right, let's go look for her. Can we teleport closer? Somewhat, not really. I guess we'll just travel on foot. Or through water. Ah, one of the positives of Mona. You can go a little bit faster. And there she is. Yep, she looks depressed.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
She's depressed.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Kari Bear now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
You weren't supposed to remember in the first place, so don't feel too bad. Maybe he wanted you to forget. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories.
It's also like a box of
As long as
chocolates.
I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
Yeah, what happens in the future is pretty important. There's nothing we can say to her.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I?
He wasn't alive.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay. It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Right. What was it that happened? Can't remember. Huh. Feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. How do you get this picture? And bedtime story is now complete. So the last we saw Dane was before he got into a fight with our sister. Are we supposed to do anything with that photo? Like, hang it up in the Serenity cup that I never use? I can see that being a thing. I want to see it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's just sad. Poor kid never got to live his life. And then he was just used as a tool. By his own father, actually. That's not cool. Alright, well. That's, gonna be a short one, just like episode 5 of, Wuthering Waves. These episodes aren't supposed to be this short. I split them in a way so they're not too long. But yeah, I could just stick this on to the end of the previous episode, but yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. This will just be another short one, just like Wuthering Waves. So, I guess we can go along with the Steely, right? I'm with you, little Steely. You keep going. Kind of wish I was ready for the Ascension quest, but I'm not. I have a lot of things to gather. Like, holy crap, there's so much to gather. Why'd you drag me all the way over here? This is dangerous area.
We could do with some more fortune.
See, look, this is dangerous right here. I don't want to be here. And now they want to fight. I'm out. I'm out. All right, I think I'm safe. But yeah, I got my list of all things I need. You know, let's see. What is the one thing I need the most of? I need 340 core lapis. Just looking at this. 320 glaze lilies. 330 henna berries. And that's just the basic stuff that needs to be picked up. I don't know if there's anything I need more of that's in like the 300 range. Oh, 350 valberry. I need 350 of those. And 255 windwheel asters.
Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Thank you. Yeah, even looking at the Veruned Lazarite Fragment Chunk Gemstone, I need 18 gemstones, 42 fragments, 62 chunks. I do have 42 fragments, and I do have 10 chunks. But yeah, it takes so much just to fill all that up. Basically, you just have to keep going around and just... Where they at? Like this. I've been going back and forth between the Pyro Hypostasis and the Pyro Regisfine. I've been going back and forth between those two until I run out of our resin. To which I could always, you know, use my stock of where is it at? Where is it at really? Here we go. The fragile resin. I could always use this in order to do more, but it always takes so much time to do it. And also you got to get away from one in order for it to respawn. And that's when you go to the other. But then you're constantly running back and forth, back and forth. There's a lot I got to do because I have got to get all of these characters ready to level up from level 80. I want them all to be at the same level as Chi-Chi, the Traveler, Zhongli, Mona, where they're all at level 80, and then you ascend them the one final time at rank 50. Which is gonna just take a lot of work. So that's the grind that I'm working on right now. But as of right now, I'm gonna end off this episode at just over 40 minutes. That'll be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, which... if we look to see how much time is going to pass until the next update, well, it's probably going to be a story quest. If we do get another event, cool, but as of right now, the next thing's going to be a story quest. But that's going to be it for this one. Hold on, I want to check the shop real quick. Okay, no, we're not close with Primo Gems. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, deuces.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.